Welcome to this Patreon exclusive from the Townhouse in Nashville.
Second go. First one was shit.
First one, we all had a little bit of pent-up sexual... We all just bum Finn, and it's been really good, and it's just been a release.
Well, then we let Finn bum stay. So
That's why Steve's not here.
Second order.
Crying in the toilet.
crying. Steve didn't want it.
Steve's just having some quiet time. Anyway, the Townhouse Nashville. We got a really nice caravan within the £800 Gorilla Media setup, which felt weird but homely.
Yeah.
This feels too homely. Like, this is a strange one.
So we tried to get the studio we did the other Patreon exclusive in for today, but all of the staff are away and we couldn't get into the studios. And they were very generous giving us the studio on Tuesday in the first place. So this is our final day in Nashville. We're going to see Luke Combs tonight. I am going to cry, and I already know it's going to happen. And
We all had a cry yesterday.
I might cry.
we did all have a cry yesterday.
You don't know why, but did you?
A cowboy made us cry.
Finn cried more.
Yeah.
Did you cry at that bit?
So you might not remember this, not to accuse you of anything, but you had 12 shots of moonshine.
I've got some apologies to make. Guys, I got too drunk yesterday.
No, you didn't get too drunk. You were fantastic. Never apologise for that.
Oh, I've just...
I mean, you can apologise for trying to tickle me when you were drunk.
And also nearly
got
broke my
leathered.
nail.
Yeah.
That would have been harsh. What? Why? Punched up, and I still wouldn't... Lad, I think I've fallen over last night.
So when we were getting back in the car, so on the way to the ranch, Dan sat in the front passenger seat. I was driving everyone, so I was the designated driver. Didn't really drink. On the way back, as we were loading the car up, I said to Jack Finnegan, I went, go and sit in the front seat because I want Dan in the very back of the car because I feel like he's going to try and tickle me while I'm driving and I will put us through a wall.
Yep. And you didn't get in the front seat. You got in the middle seat with me and nearly poked my eye out.
Did you Bangkok each other as well?
What?
Did you Bangkok each other
Yeah, you
as
went
well?
to punch me in the dick and missed, and I punched you in the dick.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
But there was a moment after the song that made everyone quite emotional where you were sat talking to Garen, the cowboy.
Yeah.
And me and Carl come and sat with him and I just ended up starting crying.
Yeah, because the way he tells a story, and it's a true story, you'll see in the special, he can tell a story, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Yesterday was probably the best day of my life.
I think...
I'm not even messing. Yesterday was better than the arena.
Yeah. Watching...
Probably.
Yeah. Watching Garen talk about... play that music with a lot of preamble to set it up, I sort of started getting country music. I sort of get it. And then someone came over and, oh, you're all right.
I've what?
And I had a little
see later.
cry.
Converted Dan.
We'll see later.
I mean, I might cry today as well, but it'll be for different reasons because I'm hanging out of my a-hole. So sorry about the flick in the eye. Sorry about the tickle.
No, it's fine. I got you back more than you got me.
Yeah, it's the advantage of having a small dick. I didn't feel it.
No, you did. You were in
You
that.
did.
Oh, did I?
Punched you on the end of your cock.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't shut up for about 15 minutes going, Carl, it's my actual dick.
Yeah.
It's a good job I don't want more children.
Yeah. I
Laura's going to be fuming. I won't be able to come properly the way she likes it. That's what you kept
She
saying.
loves a drenching.
That's what you kept saying.
A Royston Drenton.
She's like, lad, give us a Royston. That's how she says it. That's
Oh!
Oh,
Oh my God!
my God. Ow. I've expected a Royston Drenthe fucking reference within this pod.
So today, this is our final day, yeah? Me and Big Jack Finnegan, we're going to New York for a few days. The boys are going home tomorrow. We get to go big today because we've got an all-inclusive tailgate party booked. All the food and all the drink you can drink.
No tickling.
It says on the door.
No moonshine, no tickling, no dick taps.
And then the concert starts at 5:45 and goes all the way through till 2 a.m. And we're going to be there for every second of it.
Is that real?
No. Oh my God, I got such anxiety then. Mate, I got two songs that were sad and I was like, I'm into this because it was 8 minutes long. Fucking hell. 8 hours and I might
Also,
feel
live
different.
country music is
Yeah.
10 times better than radio country music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Rancho Relaxo was just fucking amazing. I got totally into the moonshine and the boozing and hanging out with a family from Wisconsin. I loved it. And I hope that comes across on the special, which is going to be a 3 or 4 part fucking epic by the time Will spent 3 weeks editing it.
Yeah.
We filmed 7 hours a day for a week and we haven't finished yet.
Yeah. It's gonna be 3 or 4 genuine feature films.
It's going to take time to adjust back to like reality.
I am not looking forward to my life. My life's pretty good, and compared to what it's been like here, it's fucking shite. I'm gonna be suicidal.
Yeah, you live. We said this before, didn't we? You live in Liverpool, which is a fucking great city, but Nashville is. I'm not trying to slag anywhere else off. It's just so fun. It's
Everyone's lovely.
unbelievable.
People are so sound.
Yeah, it's buzzing, and it doesn't feel eggy. Like I thought that the fact that you know people are carrying. We've said this a couple of times. Might actually make everyone nicer.
It does. It makes the doorman well nicer.
Yeah, I felt safe wandering around. I mean, like I went for a Mackie D's last night just to try and sober up. You don't feel like, I don't know, my idea of walking around at night in a city in America, this is not how I thought it'd be. This feels much safer than I expected.
Yeah.
But fuck me, it's a hell of a town.
I can't wait to come back. As soon as I have the opportunity and possibility to come back, I'll come back.
I want to see Vegas, but this coming back here is almost a priority, I think. Beyond, like, I want to see everywhere that's different and whatnot. But I need to be back.
I think we do
this
Texas.
place.
I think we need to go
Austin.
somewhere with an identity. This has such a solid identity. Whereas somewhere like New York or Miami or
New York has got an identity, but it's different. It's the identity of a New Yorker is very, very, very strong, but there's just not much activity
culture-wise
around it. There's more culture here.
Yeah.
There's just such a strong, specific culture there.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
New York,
Texas is the same.
And also, it's nice to be able to get a 10-minute Uber out into a suburb, isn't it? We're staying in a suburb, so you walk out on the street. It's family houses and whatnot.
Well, we can see
I imagine
the
in New
skyline.
York, you're constantly in town. You're just always in town.
It's always loud.
I honestly think Miami would be fucking class. Like, in terms of going somewhere fun and cultured and sunny. I reckon Miami might be my next American podcast adventure vote.
Mine would be Texas.
For America, I think Texas is the one.
Well, I'm not going to be gutted when I'm outvoted and we go to fucking Austin or Houston. That'll be sound.
Yeah.
I want to watch some football.
Yeah, we need to watch them.
The next time we come, we have to time it with football season.
Oh, yes, please. Yes, please.
When does the regular football season normally end?
It's September, October, November, December is the regular season. Off season's January. I mean, there is a bit of overlap into January, but it's basically that, and then off season's January and post season's January and into February. And it's
So the
mainly
playoffs are
cold.
January.
Yeah, second week of January onwards, I think.
But this weather's great, isn't it?
But September's would be the best time to come and watch football because the weather in most places will be sound. And also every team still has hope. You get 8, 9, 10 weeks into the season and the donkeys are identifiable. They're just not, it's not working. But the start of the season's great because it's nicely balanced. I would say that would be a lot of fucking fun. Going to watch the Dallas Cowboys with you lot would be class.
Yeah.
Go down downtown Dallas. Miss Daisy fix you up with a nice hooker.
Yeah, that as part of the package.
What is
It's the prostitute package. I don't know if you know it.
What is Texan culture?
It's not a million miles off from this, is it? Cowboys.
Very similar.
Is it Cowboys?
Cowboys.
There's more
in the
cowboys
country.
in Texas.
Because they're almost like fake cowboys around here, aren't
Yeah.
they? Someone was saying...
They're
someone-
wolves.
What?
Wool cowboys.
They're wool cowboys.
Cowboys. Sheeps.
Full of cowboys.
Dog.
Sheeps.
Yeah, Texas is the vote for me. As much as I'd love to go to Miami.
Let's be honest, it's all sound, innit?
I think another country, and we've got one in mind, haven't we? Don't know if you mentioned it. We're not going to, probably.
We're not going to mention Thailand now.
Yeah, we think Thailand's going to I thought we were going to keep that a secret, but yeah.
Oh, it's going to be...
Thailand.
Finn,
Yeah.
here's a question. Right?
Okay.
If we go to Thailand and you're still a single man, will you suck a ladyboy off?
Or
It's a big jump, though, isn't it?
Or wear a horse outfit.
Can I suck him off while wearing a horse outfit?
Absolutely, you can.
I think the first step to Ladyboy is to let them suck you off. That's the first one. If you jump,
I'm not saying he can't have a warm up, Dan. I'm saying like end game.
Yeah.
stretch it out.
If we all do it, then yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Dan, you go first.
yeah. What a great way to end my really happy marriage that would be. Laura.
Is it cheating if you suck a man off?
What?
Do you think Laura would count it as cheating if you sucked a woman's dick?
What?
Yeah, but you didn't want to.
If
Like,
I roisted someone else.
If you went, Laura, the boys have gone, I've got to suck a woman's dick. 'cause
Laura,
it's, podcast.
it's content.
Would she be like, it's over? Would she say it's over?
Oh, first of all, can I have a ladyboy with a small penis? I just want to start
absolutely,
with
yeah.
it.
Do you?
Oh, I'm
Oh,
not.
I'm in for a penny and for a pound, mate. If I'm sucking someone off, I want them to fucking ruin me tonsils.
Yeah, a big one of these.
Yeah.
2 and
What,
jobby.
the full-on Pizza Hut pepper grinder?
Yeah.
The big Peugeot one.
Yeah. Gives your Parmesan cheese there, kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a saying in Thailand, that. Gives your Parmesan cheese.
Would Laura go, right, I'm taking the kids to me mums, you've been sucking women off in Thailand?
Yeah. I don't think she'd be happy. I don't know. What? No, she'd be fine. She knows where her bread's buttered, and it's me sucking off ladyboys.
Do it for content. Do you reckon that gets demonetised?
Oh, Finn won't do it. We've not even asked him. No, he won't do it. He won't do it. I'm going to have to... Give me the horseshoe. You big lady, you small lady.
Do you think there's enough in Thailand for us to go and get content there?
Yeah. And I don't think all of us make it home for genuine.
We went to Roxy Ballroom and I took chocolate dinosaurs and we're like, wow, that was class. I reckon Thailand we might be able to.
There's no way all of us make it home.
From Thailand?
He's going somewhere. You're
Mate,
in the boot of a car.
Gary Glitter written all over me, Anna.
Yeah.
Where's Dan? He's not
Why
wearing
don't
his
rub that
hat.
off before you go over there?
Gary Glitter.
That tattoo covered, lad. People are going to
Gary
think the wrong
Glitter.
thing.
He's on Gary's and he's wearing glitter.
I think you would be the one who goes, oh, Laura dance.
That, by the way, is a phenomenal idea for a Halloween costume. Cover yourself in glitter and just pretend you're on Gary's all night.
Just put hi, my name
Glitter.
is Gary.
Oh, fuck, I'm so hungover.
Well, you got all you can drink at the tailgate. I reckon you can get back up to speed.
Mate, this is the second beverage of the day. It's gone straight to beer. I'm not, like, today's happening and it's got to be class. Also, you're living your fucking Make-A-Wish thing, so we can't ruin it by being
Say my
like, "Lads,
favourite country music artist in Nashville to top off the best week of my life. It's been the best week of my life, and not another week comes close.
I think you're right.
Really?
Wait till I sucked off a ladyboy, though.
What have you got a week? That can
No, I'm
compete
thinking
with
for
it?
you.
Have you got one
Have I got a week for me?
that can compete with this one?
A week in Japan.
Don't be talking to Serica through the camera as well. Like, oh, that time we had sex in Paris when she fucking, made me come twice somehow. Don't be doing all that.
The double royston.
That was the
double
do you know what?
royston.
That's up there. That one. The double jizz in Paris. Lasted a week.
2020.
Just don't be trying to play super husband to
I'm
the
not.
camera.
I'm trying to think.
Be honest.
There was a week in Japan where we just meditated on the hills of Mount fucking right in the arsey.
It's behind me house, that one. Yeah.
It was that. It was.
I don't know. It's up there. Absolutely, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And tonight is the reason we're here. So you've had the best week of your life, and the whole reason we're fucking here is you having a squirt to Luke Combs.
Yeah. I might come down from this is going to New York tomorrow, which is my other favourite.
Have you got a
place.
sign, just in case he reads it? Lads, I'd bum your head.
Can I have your shirt?
Do you know what? I think I might have one.
Oh, on a sign.
There was a week where went out bevying with Chappelle, got me new car, got in the Octagon in the UFC Paris, and then there was something else at the end of it. That's up there. That was an insane week.
Yeah. I still think that
Yeah, that
everything about this week. That band the other night in Losers Bar was just...
The man with the hat was a heavy kid. Like,
was the best live music we've seen.
Oh, it was so good. When he sang Fat Bottom Girls, but also when he sang
He mixed it into something.
Go on now, go. Walk out the door. What's that song called?
I Will Survive.
He sang that like country style, and it was just fire. Oh, and then you were first to dip. Carl and Steve after that were like, I think we're gonna go and get food, save ourselves for tomorrow, which at the time felt like a right call. And even Like, I'm normally last one out always.
Is this the one where they fell with the hat?
Yeah. And you were like, yeah, we're going to call it. And I was umming and ahhing, but I was like, do you know what? We've got to be up at a set time tomorrow. This is why I stayed out that night. I said this to Jack and Finn. I was like, I've got to be up by 11 a.m. So my options right now are go home and sleep until 11 a.m. or stay out for 2 more hours and then sleep until 11 a.m. So I'm basically getting these 2 hours for free.
Great.
Do you know what? You can understand that twisted logic,
I know
though.
what you mean.
Like, these are like 2 bonus Nashville hours that I either get like in this pub getting drunk and listening to these, or I can just go and sleep. And I've done days on 2 and 3 hours sleep before. I know
You're not going to feel 2 hours extra sleep.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm just going to stay. And at the time when you got off, it was a good call because the atmosphere had dipped,
Because my man had stopped.
but it just came back. It was fire to the end.
That week had Leeds Festival in as well. It's a good week.
Yeah, I still haven't been.
All right. But this one's good.
And there was that week in Paris when it came twice. That was good as well.
The double Trenty.
I'll never forget that. On Mount Shit Me ass.
Going to a comedy club as a punter for the second time in 20 years.
God.
Was interesting.
We didn't film it, so we can't talk about it.
It was fascinating. It's hard when you're a
Dan.
comic or you've worked in comedy for as long as you've worked.
Dan, use the word.
No, because I've got professional respect for everyone. I didn't.
And that says
That's
everything,
enough,
doesn't it?
yeah.
That's that. I
was a great
I
club.
really enjoyed a lot of it. Watching Carl watch it, because Carl was just like, this just isn't for me, this Americanized style of comedy.
It's a great club. It was so weird to be so far from Manchester and be in a club. You're going, oh my god, you and the Frog have got the same vibe.
Balcony, the stage where the heads of the audience at your feet.
Yeah.
We had the best seats in the house.
We did.
There were some really good lines. It's hard to guffaw. Like, the crowd were rolling laughing. And obviously, as a comic, you sit there and you're watching it in a different way. There was some really... It made me realise I want to get back on stage. Like,
I can't wait to get back on stage.
Yeah.
I'm only doing 1 gig in New York. But, yeah, I can't wait to get back. And I properly hit the ground running. So when I get back, mine and Jack's flight home is at 7 p.m. Wednesday night. We land 7 a.m. Thursday morning. I'll be going straight from the airport essentially to the studio once I've dropped my bag off. And then after the full day podcast record that day, I've got to go to South Shields for Adam Rowe and Friends. That's going to be a hell of a 36 hours.
Tad.
You are a busy motherfucker.
I've booked Dean Coughlin as one of my friends though. And he's going to drive me there and back.
Nice.
He'll
smash it.
and Mark Nelson's on as well, which is quite the bill.
Power.
But yeah, getting back on stage. I've got that Thursday and then I've got 2 days off and then I think I've got something on the Sunday. But I properly kick in when we get back and
I feel it.
I'm pretty chocker until March next year.
The tour, I've just booked in all those tour previews I mentioned the other day. Last week's Patreon exclusive. They're in now. The tour's set. There's going to be no more dates, nothing added to the previews. That's set. And now I can see in the diary the gigs and I can also see the spaces that I want to fill with gigs. And this is the break before I really kick it into gear. Like, I've been enjoying gigging, but I need the frequency now. Like, I've just put in hot water for a weekend. That's 5 gigs in 2 days. I'm not arsed about the money. I want 5 sets in 2 days. It's all about building up the momentum to the tour now. And I'm itching to do it. And this has been fucking great. And when we go on our summer hollybobs as well, I'll use that as a chill week. But I'm itching to get going. And being in Zanies on Thursday night made me want... Like, if they'd have gone, dude, we can squeeze you on, I'd have jumped at it. Initially, when we were back home and it was floated that we could get on stage, I was like, I don't know how that's going to go. And then in the room, I was like, I wanted a bit of that energy because it was...
It's a historic club as well. The first, what was like 10 minutes of video? From,
It's like a 5-minute video, wasn't it? Yeah.
Of like acts who played there saying happy birthday, and it's like the who's who of American
40
comedy.
years this year, Zanies Nashville. And that's their second club as well. Their first one was Chicago.
Wow.
Yeah, it was great to see. Makes me want to get back.
I'm working right now on my O1 visa via Live Nation to add some American tour dates for next year. There'll only be 5 or 6. But like the absolute non-negotiable for me now is coming back and doing Zanies Nashville. Even if it's a Tuesday, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that'd be special.
Dean Coughlin driving you. Leave me that. Sound, lad. Get to Dover, turn right. Oh, fucking hell, this beer, man. I'm going to have
Turn
to...
right.
You are?
I was trying to just figure out whether your directions were right, but yeah, you're pretty spot on.
Thank you.
It's a big right, though, isn't it?
It's
They're
definitely
thinking
not
of
a
building a
left.
bridge, though, aren't they? Have you heard about that? They're thinking of doing a bridge from, is it Plymouth to New York?
There's no bullshit about. Just, I know you go. Everyone went down the bell, so I'm going to do it.
Distance
Ding,
from
ding, ding, ding,
Plymouth, UK to New York.
2,000 miles.
3,222 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many petrol stations are on this bridge?
Yeah. It's a fucking. That's a
You need
bastard
at least
breakdown.
4.
At least 4. You would need 40.
Holy shit.
They're doing it, though.
Who?
They?
Oh, them. Them, the
What
fellas.
do you mean? Who?
The boys.
If I said to you, oh, they're building new flats in fucking Anfield, would you go, who? I don't know. I don't know the building company, do I? I just know it's happening. They're doing Plymouth to New York.
It's a really sought after route, though.
Yeah. Because
It's just the UK to it's Europe to New York, isn't it?
Wouldn't they go more westerly in the UK, though?
There isn't really anywhere westerly.
Truro.
Maybe it's from there.
It's from somewhere to somewhere.
Oh,
you
it's
know?
from Plymouth. They'll need the. Because Plymouth's
I think
massive.
Plymouth won it. It was
They
like
won
a-
the bid.
Oh,
Yeah, it was like they were going to either apply for that or Eurovision.
Oh, I
and they got
remember that. It was televised. Did you not
that's good,
remember
that. You've smashed it. And how long does it
Sepp
drive?
Blatter was there.
Is the hotels on the way and stuff?
I assume so. Yeah. Why are you asking me the questions like I'm making it up? I'm not building the bridge.
No, you're not. No. There'd have to be some infrastructure going on there. Hospitals. There'd have to be basically just an entire cities on the way to the...
Carl's been lost on the fucking bridge for 12 years.
You've got until midnight to pay. £5 million.
The
if you don't-
toll. How much is the toll? It's about 1,200 quid. And it triples if you don't pay in fucking 24 hours. That's
I'll
right,
get someone on
wrong
it.
corn. Yeah, thieving cunt.
Yeah, Adam would be bankrupt, wouldn't he?
Nah, you
Hey,
can't
listen, I
be bankrupt
forgot.
if you don't answer the letters.
I've been a good customer of this bridge for weeks. Actually.
Weeks.
Yes,
Paying
I owe
shit.
you £1.2 million. But I'll offer you £5,000.
And a
Score
golden
quits.
Golden ticket. Yeah.
Got a golden ticket.
Any gig I do on the bridge.
I don't get on the bridge next week. 6 gigs.
Have you been? Have you been on Eurostar? Is that the biggest tunnel?
I went on the Eurostar coming back from the Champions League final.
All right. Is it
Never
just?
done it.
Is it you're just in a train and it's dark? I'm sorry.
You're
to
not
say-
in the tunnel for that long.
Really?
Yeah. I can't really remember.
Is it from London?
Mine was from Paris to London.
Yeah,
It's
so,
overground.
so the channel isn't that much. It's probably more land, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
All right.
the world's biggest tunnel isn't the Eurostar. It's in it's between Oslo and Bergen, and it's 24.5 kilometers.
All right. And it's just through mountains.
Yeah.
That seems short, doesn't it?
Apparently, Bergen's fucking quality. I don't know tunnels for that long. When is you just basically go dark like you're in a tunnel. I know I'm being fake.
I've got to be honest, Dan. It was the day after the Champions League
Right,
final,
you were fucked.
and I was on my way back to Liverpool to go to the parade. So I was concentrating more on the beers in my hand and the trees in the windows.
And your Jack was 3 days behind you.
yeah.
Meanwhile, in Paris,
Have we ever fully told that story?
I think you did, but you were still annoyed by it while it was happening. I think
It was current.
I'm not joking. I think we recorded the day after, and Jack was going, "What?"
Because he rang you. in the
Yeah, he
studio.
phone,
You were on the couch. It was current.
But I don't think we told the story.
No,
did
you
we?
couldn't have because he hadn't finished.
Okay, so the Champions League final last year that Liverpool got to and lost, and obviously there was a lot of trouble and controversy around the ticketing system and the French police being horrific, horrible bastard cunts.
Have Liverpool fans got the refund because of that? Has it basically gone?
No, there's a report.
So it's anyone who's got their ticket from their club under their own name.
Right.
So they did this big thing of, all Liverpool fans have been refunded. Like, I'm not getting mine back.
Right.
I got mine from UEFA, so they're like, you're not a Liverpool fan, you're a random fan from around the world.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
wow,
okay.
cool. Also, to be fair, I got very lucky and I was in the ground 3 hours before kick-off and I missed all the trouble. So I don't need my ticket refunded. So what happened was, the day before the Champions League final was my Liverpool tour show, the first one, not the one we filmed for Imperious, but the one the month before
that I was on at.
And yeah, I mean, little brother rang me and he's like, "Lads, what are you doing tonight? Is thinking to come down to your show?" And I was like, "I thought you'd do this. Yeah, come down." And he's like, "You're going to match tomorrow, aren't you? You're going." I was like, "Yeah, my flight's at 6 a.m." So he comes to town. Now, me and my little brother have a good but occasionally volatile relationship. You know, we're proper brothers in that. I love him to bits. He's great. He's really, really funny. Could have totally been a comic himself. Could totally have ended up being part of this team and things being slightly different at some stage. And he's great, but you know, he's a fucking liability at the same time. Drinks too much all the time, as you know, fell out with mates because he's fucking arguing with them and stuff, and he's my little brother without the focus of a comedy career, and it's the best way to sort of describe him. And so he comes to town to come to the gig. Got a fucking bag with him, and he goes, "Brought me bag with me because I'm thinking I'm just going to figure out a way to get to Paris. Like, I don't even care about going to the game. I just want to be in Paris with you." And I was like, right. And he'd been behaving himself for like a couple of weeks, few months. So I went, right. So I just put on my Twitter, "Can anyone get me a seat on this flight?" The flight that me, Alfie Brown, and Josh, me mate from school, were on. Someone got in touch with me, was like, "I've got 4 free seats on that flight. You can have one of them for what we paid, which is like 120 quid or something."
Nice.
And I said, "Jack, I've got you a way to get there, but I can't get you back." And he's like, "Oh, I've got a seat on my mate's coach getting back, but they've already left. So I can't go with them, but I've got a seat coming back."
Yeah.
It's like, sound, pay for the flight. A few hours later, I had a ticket for the game and so did Josh. Alfie didn't. Alfie's plan was to just come to Paris and watch it in a bar or the fan park or whatever. And Alfie had given me a number that I won't disclose. And he was like, "If I can get a ticket for this much, I'll go to the game. So ask around." So I'd asked around everyone. So let's say Alfie's price was 200 quid, right? This lad gets in touch with me and goes, "I've got a pair there for 1,400, 700 each." So I thought, I'll just text, they're not the right figures, by the way, but I just text Alfie and I was like, "I've got a ticket there for this amount. It's 500 above your asking price. If you'll take that, I'll buy the other one and give it to our Jack. And then you can both go to the game. You can go as a pair."
Nice.
Alfie was like, "Yeah, I'll take it." So I go to Jack. "Not only you come to Paris, you go in the game," and he's fucking made up. Now, what I forget is, I can properly put my ale away, right? Like, as you've always said for years, like there's like a light switch with me, and eventually I just go and I'm gone. But for a good while there, I know where I am and I can put it away. And so can Josh, and so can Alfie. And our Jack cannot. He just can't.
Jack switches early doors.
Jack's like 5 drinks in, he's twatted.
He goes
But then
blackout early.
But then he'll still drink 30 drinks. But from that 5, he's
Gone.
beyond. And maybe it's 6 or 7 or whatever. But anyway, we finished the show. We go over the road to Fredericks in Liverpool. And all my family were at that show. They weren't coming to the tape and they came to the first one. It was the first one that went on sale. And our Jack's there, Josh is there. Alfie was meeting us at John Lennon Airport at 3 a.m, 3 hours before the flight. So we have a couple of drinks and I was like, right, we've got to go. Got to go to mine, get me bag for Paris and get ourselves to the airport. Get to the airport. We're through security in 15 minutes. And we're just at a bar. So me, Alfie, Josh and our Jack, just having a pint. Airport going.
What time's this?
4 a.m,
4 a.m. I was in the
6 a.m.
boat out with you about 2.
Early
Yeah.
bevy, innit?
Yeah. No, with the bevy hadn't stopped.
Right. So we're waiting for the flight. We get on the flight. But half an hour before the flight, our Jack's drunk. And none of us are. So I went, "Jack, do us a favour, lad. When you get on the plane, just get a bottle of water. And by the time you're on the plane, we land 90 minutes later. We were flying to the airport outside of Paris. So it's like, you've got like an hour to get into Paris. That's 2.5. By the time we're changed and stuff to go out for the day, you've got 4 hours to sober up here. And it'll be great."
Start again?
Yeah. And he's like, yeah, sounds. So we get on the plane. Jack's not sat with us. It's me, Josh, Alfie, And Jack's a few rows back because he didn't book with us. I got his extra on the day.
Yeah.
And the woman comes around with the trolley. And I just hear him go, "Two Heineken there, girl. Two Heineken." And I went, "Jack, what are you doing?" He went, "I'm having a fucking bevy." I was like, "Right, what can you do?" By the time we get to Paris, he's twatted, right? So there's us four. And then we met this group of another 3 lads. And we're in the airport and he's like, "You fucking that comedian, lads." I was like, "Yeah." So we get talking. And we get this big taxi together, like a 7-seater, into the city. And our Jack's hammered in the taxi, so I'm going, "Lads, you just need to sober yourself up a bit." And he's like, "Are you fucking talking to me? You fucking me, Dad. Yeah, you've paid for me ticket. Yeah, you've paid for me flight. You're a fucking knobhead." Like, he can just go like that, our Jack. Like, he's got that in him when he's rotten drunk. So we get to the centre of Paris and he's trying to argue with me. And Josh, who's like 6'3", Josh just picks him up and goes, "Jack, you're going to bed." So we go to the hotel and they're like, "Oh, not all of your rooms are ready." And I was like, "Right, just put Jack in one room. If there's one room ready, put all our bags in one room, put Jack asleep." Jack gets in and he's like, all right, I'll go sleep.
Yeah, I wouldn't argue with Josh. He's a big lad.
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
Right? Jack's like, all right. Yeah, I get it. Okay. Sound.
Put me down.
So we didn't get a shower and stuff. We just went straight to there's like a big cafe on the corner. It's great. In the sun, gorgeous.
Loads of Liverpool fans.
Yeah, good for you Liverpool fans, but not chocker yet,
Yeah.
you know. And Josh was like, "Oh, my phone's on 10%. I'll leave my phone on charge in the hotel. I'll come back in an hour and a half." So we go and we just sat around, me, Josh, Alfie, and Alfie's brother had met us. He had a ticket on his own for the game. We're all there having a great time. Hour and a half, 2 hours later, Josh goes, "Right, we're moving on. I'll go and get my phone." Because like the bar's 100 yards away from the hotel. Goes and gets his phone, comes back and he goes, "Lad, I don't know how to say this, but Jack is not in that hotel room." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He goes,
Prison break.
he's just got off. He's just not there.
There is bedding out of the window down to the floor.
So I'm ringing Jack's phone, just no answer. And I went, "You know what? I'm just not getting involved with this." I was like, "I know I'm his big brother, but he's a fully grown man at the end of the day. I've paid a lot of money to be at this final. He can be feral. He'll figure it out."
I've released him into the wild.
Like, where am I going to start in Paris if he won't even answer the phone? I'm just not. Like, I'm just pretending it's not happening.
Yeah.
Right? We get to the fan park. We're there for a bit. My phone goes, "Hello?" And, "You all right?" He goes, Yeah. "Where are you?" I went, "We're at the fan park, lad." He went, "I'm on my way." I went, "Jack, there's fucking 45,000 people here. Like, how are you going to find me?" She's like, "I'll find you." Fine. Right? So we're there for like another 2 hours. Towards the end of it, I'm like, "What do we do? He's just not here." And we're about to leave to go to the ground. One of Jack's best mates, his name's Alex, was there. And Alex was going, "Ad, if you hear of anyone selling a ticket for like 300-400 quid, I'll pay that. So if you hear anyone about today." And I went, "Lad, if our Jack doesn't get here before kick-off, you can have his for 400 quid. Like, that's less than what I pay for it, but I'd rather go to someone. You'll be with Alfie in the stands." So 5 minutes before we leave, and I sell it to Alex. I was like, "Yeah, yours." He was like, "Can I give you the next week?" I'm like, "Of course you can, lad. Don't worry about it. Just use it." Go to the ground, leave. Takes us 2.5 hours to get back from the ground to the hotel. We get back to the hotel, and 10 minutes before we get to the hotel, I go, "Still haven't heard from Jack."
This is after the game now.
Long after the game.
Oh, right, yeah.
2.5 hours after the game. So I'm like, what are we going to do if he's not at the hotel? We need him to worried, because we walk into the hotel and he's at the desk and the fella's going, "Monsieur, there's no room for you. There's no room." And he's going, "Jack, row. Jack, row." And I walk in, I go, "What are you doing?" He goes, "Mate, he's saying there's fucking no room for me. I'm telling him it's Jack Rowe." And I was like, "No, it's booked under Josh Hughes and you're not meant to be staying in it. You're meant to be on your mate's coach home." And he's fuck. I went, "Mate, I'm really sorry about him. He can sleep on the floor in our room." And he does. Next day we wake up. I go, "So what happened?" He goes, "Well, you put me in bed and I remember that. And then as soon as you left, I thought, fuck, are they talking to?" So I went for a walk. And anyway, yeah, that's the last thing I remember. And 2 hours later, I woke up on a park bench and my phone and all my money was gone.
Oh.
Right. And you still got your passport? He's like, yeah. He went, how am I getting home? I went, why are you asking me that question? He goes, I don't know. So someone at this point, I put on Twitter, like, has anyone got a way back to Liverpool from Paris today? And someone was like, I've got one train ticket going, but it doesn't leave from central Paris, it leaves from Disneyland. So at one point I had to look at my little brother who was having a pretty bad 48 hours and go, I've got good news and bad news. The good news is you're going to Disneyland. The bad news is no one's coming with you, and it's just to get a train. So in the end, he's like, "Oh, lad, how am I getting to Disneyland?" I was like,
Just imagine him in fucking Disneyland shouting at Mickey Mouse, Jack, row! Jack, row!
we get him to our Eurostar terminal, and there's no tickets on our train, and ours was at 4 p.m, I think. The times might be wrong here. But there was one on the 7 p.m. train, right? One ticket left, €300.
Hey.
So I got it. And I went, right, here's €300, and here's another 100, right? 70 of this was pounds. I went, 70 of this is what it'll cost you to get home from Euston to Liverpool.
And you've got money for a bit of scram.
And 30 quid is get yourself a bite to eat. You know, you've got a few hours to wait. He's like, lad, he gives me a hug and a kiss. He's like, I'm so sorry, lad. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm really sorry. I know I've fucked up here. It's bad, and I'm really sorry. And I know this is a ball ache and it's more money, and I promise I'll pay you back. And I'm so grateful, and I love you, lad. And I know I've fucked up here, and I'm really sorry. And I'm sorry about yesterday being like arguing with you. I'm sorry. And I was like, lad, don't worry about it. I've got to get on the train. I'll see you back in Liverpool. Got to remember, he's got no phone, right? So me, Alfie, Josh get back to London. Josh went to Bristol from London because he was flying to Dublin for a few days. And me and Alfie came all the way back to Liverpool to try and catch the parade. Just about missed it, but we went out on a town. 1 o'clock in the morning, my phone rings, random mobile number. I walked out to Teddy's in Liverpool. And I went, hello. He goes, hello, it's Jack. I was like, you all right, lad? Where are you? He goes, I'm in London now, just St. Pancras, and yeah, I need 200 quid for a hotel. And I went, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, it's 200 quid for a hotel. I went, you're not fucking getting a hotel? Like, why? How are you just in London now? He goes, because the train's just got here. When you were booked on the fucking 7 o'clock train. He went, oh, I missed that. And that's how he said it. Oh, no, I missed that. I went, where were you? And he went, oh, I went to the bar over the road after you left to get a bite to eat. And I got talking to some French bird. She bought me a drink, so I had to get here a few, didn't I? So I've spent all the dough. And yeah, I need a hotel. And I went, Jack, you're not getting a hotel. I went, it's 4 hours to the first train. Sit in the train station. You deserve that. Fuck off. Right, 4 hours in the train station. I know he's pissed. I know he's in a bad way. But I've done that for gigs.
We've all had to do that.
Right? I was like, that I can live with myself for leaving him there 4 hours. So the next morning, we're in the podcast studio. And my phone rings and he goes, another number. And he goes, hello, lad, how am I getting home here? I went, you used the money that I gave you. He went, I told you last night, lad, I've spent it. I went, well, what do you want me to do? You haven't got a phone. So I can't book a ticket online and send you it, like for the QR code. You've lost your money and your bank card. So I can't send you the money to get a ticket. What can I do from Runcorn? Like, what can I do from here? And he goes, oh, I'll figure it out. Puts the phone down. The next day, I had to go down to London late at night because the day after that I was filming early in the morning. And I hadn't heard from him because he's got no phone.
This is 2 days after the final.
Yeah. So I walk around Houston, I'm like, I'll just check that he's here. And he's not. I looked at Starbucks, looked at all the benches, I thought, he must have got home. And I walk out of Houston, you turn left, and you're outside that Royal George pub where you get an Uber in Houston. I'm looking to see where my Uber is. And I just say, have you got a light, love? 2 days later. And I look up, and he's stood there in a hoodie that I did not leave him in a hoodie he doesn't own, just asking someone, still drunk, 2 days later. And I went, Jack, and he looked at me and he went, the fuck are you doing here? And I went, no, lad, I'm meant to be here.
He lives there now.
What are you doing here? I went, where have you been? He went, the pub. With what? I went, with what? And he goes, oh, some fella just bought me a few pints. He was dead funny. He's fucking Birmingham. I went, right. how are you getting on? He was like, that's what I've been trying to figure out. So
Jack's still in London, by the way.
You've been homeless for 2 days?
I took him to my hotel, and the next morning, a chauffeur-driven car pulls up to pick me up to go and film the TV show I was down there for. And I pull fucking Stigger the dumps in the car with me because he just wouldn't get a shower. He's like, I'll get a shower and I get home. He's still drunk the next morning. He's just twatted. So I had to get him in the car and then leave him at Victoria Station with money to get home. And he eventually did get home.
He's got a hell of a survivor instinct in him.
He went to a show in Liverpool and ended up homeless in London via Paris.
When your brother plays a Philharmonic for the first time, I think it's best to be a continental vagabond. That's how I celebrate. I miss the Champions League final. Talk to a French bird for 48 hours. Unbelievable. I mean, he's off the bevies now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, at the end of the story is, Jack is having a time off the bevies. I love that kid. He's fucking sound. Your brother is sound. But that is, when you hear that story and then at the end of it someone goes, and now he's off the bevies, you're like, oh, yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Do you know what? Of all the stories we could tell in a fucking townhouse in Nashville, like, I don't know, we got there just by me remembering it. Let's have a little break and then we've got some correspondence.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, y'all. Second part of today's Patreon fucking exclusive.
Can I recommend to all of our listeners that they enjoy light beers? Because I've been drinking light beers all week and I've only had one hangover, and the hangover came from an absurd amount of bourbon.
I've actually lost weight because I'm drinking
Hashtag
light beers.
not hard.
I've definitely lost weight while I've been here.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
We're supposed to be on walking, haven't we?
Yeah.
Fat heart.
Yeah, I think our insides are better.
Oh, all of my organs have
Like
I
my
think
kid.
my insides are better because I've replaced Guinness with this.
Yeah, but like my kidneys are now ribs, like barbecue ribs. My heart's like a big piece of fried chicken. I've never eaten
As long
so
as you
much
get
meat.
some Nashville hot sauce on that fried
yeah,
chicken,
buddy.
who's the real winner, buddy?
Me. What
So, are
question
you
is
going
it?
around interviewing people today? Is this what you're going to do? Because it's already given me anxiety. What are you
I'm
gonna
going
do?
to do a Vox Pop, which is Latin for ask questions, in the tailgate party before Luke Combs. I'm going to be a BBC reporter. Hello, sir. How far have you travelled to see Luke Combs today?
Make sure you don't put the microphone to them before you finish speaking.
No, I'm going to
You
do
did
all.
just do that then.
I'm going to do all the wrong things. The microphone has a speaker inside it. It's a karaoke microphone.
Just put the microphone to the ear.
Hello, sir. What's your name?
My name?
Yeah.
My
It don't
name-
matter what your name is, bitch. And I'll
Whoa.
move on. I want to see how quick I can get shot. Basically at a gig.
Cool.
I mean,
If you do get shot, I'm still going to the concert.
Yeah, cool. Absolutely.
I'm just letting you know, if you get shot anywhere from your toe to your head
Yeah.
and anywhere in between, I will feel no guilt whatsoever by letting you bleed out and going to catch
Does
every
anybody
song
else
that
want
could come.
shooting to miss the gig?
is it
No,
not?
maybe.
No, it's really cute. Like they've all took the piss for months and now they're all dead excited.
I've always been excited.
Yeah, but like he's been pretending. And even Steve and Finn have been like, oh, it's going to be shit. And now they're like, woo! Like Finn
Yeah.
last night, I came back in when we've been shopping.
He was doing
and
it in bed, wasn't he?
Luke, come.
Yeah.
Luke, come.
I heard him go, whoa, yeah, baby, look.
I walked in, he was doing this, and I was like, what's that? He was like, nothing. I was like, you're excited, aren't you? And he was like, you got me.
You got me in bed.
Carl's accused me of masturbating loudly, which isn't true, but I've just
It
been in
is
bed
true.
going, Luke, come.
Unless
Luke,
there's
come,
somebody
Luke,
in the
come,
toilet
Luke,
wanking,
come.
it's you.
No, it's me. It's me getting so excited about Luke Combs.
Do you jump on the bed while you're masturbating?
I'm a Combs.
No,
then.
he's a Hummer. Not the car. He's like,
It stinks.
You do that? I don't think you know.
Do you think I've got night terrors?
No.
Gentle humming
You're
night terrors.
masturbating and you're going,
Ah.
It's after that or the fan, but I think it's you wanking.
Like a massive bumblebee.
No, you're like,
Like someone trimming their privets a mile away.
yeah, you're getting into it. It's fine getting into a wank, a sexy wank.
I know it's fine. I just don't think it's me you're hearing.
Well, it isn't him
Wow.
How do you know it's not me?
because you weren't in.
Oh,
You were
right.
still out.
Right.
I was turning me on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I let out like an of relief when I came earlier, and I thought someone would have heard that because it's straight after footsteps out here.
Like you've... Ugh.
You know, like just
Squeeze
like,
out your load.
do you ever just you finish and you just like you feel like the weight of the world has left your shoulders and you're like,
Oh, yeah, when I roisting, I'm like, oh,
No, that's you.
awful. Phone call nicknames for my wife.
Bitch.
My
Clit.
wife.
Clip bastard.
So I've got a ring, Laura. Can we do this next week's Patreon exclusive? I can't do it now. She's fucking in bed
Why is she in bed?
because it's 8 o'clock. She's a 62-year-old woman who puts up with my humming wanks. So, nah.
oh, pussy whiffy.
What?
Whiffy pussy.
Whiffy pussy.
Pussy whiffy?
Whiffy pussy.
Whiffy pussy.
Hey,
Alright,
yo,
whiffy pussy.
puffy, wissy.
Clip bastard is the one that everyone wants to see, isn't it?
Oh, lumpy nipples.
That's good.
These are some of the suggestions from our patrons. I've got to ring her, use this at the start of the greeting. Instead of saying, hello, babe, I've got to say, hello, my chunky monkey.
That's way too soft.
Yeah. That's a
Way too soft.
That's a flavour of Ben and Jerry's.
Way
Clip
too
bastard,
soft. Mate, that, for Laura,
Carl spitting not enough facts this morning.
is worse than Spunk Bucket, which is the next one down.
Chunky monkey.
Chunky monkey.
What about chunky spunk bucket?
You could honestly call her, if you throw Chunky in, she's fucking fuming.
You chunky spunk bucket.
Chunky
Makes it
clip
worse.
bastard.
Yeah.
And it won't be the Spunk Bucket that she's annoyed about. It'll be the Chunky.
Chunky bucket.
I'm just telling you right now, there's nothing about meat
Okay,
levels.
what about, hello, you're not chunky monkey.
Oh.
Hello, you slender little cum bucket.
Yeah.
Oh, compliment.
No, you need a sandwich. You sexy clip bastard princess. Would she notice?
Is it a bit
She's only
busy in
eating the
terms of
good
it?
bits. She's only eating the bread.
Should I just combine all of these? Sugar tits, someone put it. I call her
say
sugar
that
tits
all the
all the
time.
time.
You
Sugar-
can call her sugar tits and she'd be fucking made up. That's just Tuesday morning, isn't it?
Yeah.
When she
Bell
spills the sugar.
sniffer.
Bell sniffer.
All right, bell sniffer. That's something I'd say to you, fucking idiots. That's not something I'd say. Bell sniffer. She's gonna be like,
If
what?
she was
She
sucking
would
you
literally go. I don't think she'd be annoyed. She'd go, what?
What about
if she-
cock loving anal champion?
Oh, that's quite good. That's, again,
Yeah, rolls off the tongue.
but I think it's like all meat, that one.
Flaps.
I like flaps.
All right, flaps.
That's my favourite so far.
How's your cunt?
What about chunky flaps? Oh, no one wants a meaty
Fat
labia.
flaps.
Yeah.
You need the alliteration.
I think the preface of
Fat
bitch,
flaps.
bitch flaps
Bitch flaps.
works.
Clip flaps. All right.
Fat flapped bitch.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
Someone's put, just call her a different woman's name, like Sarah.
Don't do that. What's her mum's name? Don't say it now, but say that.
Hey, Sarah. That's our neighbour 2 doors down. Be fucking weird. If I called her my ex's name, that might cause a fucking scene.
Would that bother her?
Yeah.
But you're not hung up on this lady, are you?
Would that not bother Sarah? It fucking would.
It was 11 years ago.
It would though.
No, she'd go, why have you said that? And I go, oh, forgot.
What? Oh, yeah. That's how it works with women. When they're annoyed, they go, oh, as long as you just forgot.
She'd hate that.
We have a different relationship where she'd go, oh, you're not shagging someone called enter name. You've just made the mistake.
Insert name. Cockwaller.
There's more of a gap. Cock wallet.
Waller.
Cockwaller.
Like Rick
Like
Waller.
Rick Waller.
Cock wallet.
Oh, wallet.
Udders.
Milky tit queen.
Milky Tit
Oh,
Queen.
again.
That's quite playful.
Hello,
Quite
Milky Tit
playful.
Queen.
We've got this 3 to go. Sasquatch pubes. Yep. This one is so creepy. Someone said just call us sexual chocolate.
Like Mark Henry.
And the last one, Victor Anachibi.
I think she'd just be confused at why she's getting
I don't
called
think
an
she'd
English
get
Nigerian.
I think you got the wrong number, babe.
I don't really get 2012 Everton references, but
What about alopecia pussy?
she has now. She's got the old dolphin trim.
Yeah, alopecia pussy. Your pussy hair grows in patches.
Oh.
Patches old hula pussy.
So it's clip. It's clip bastard.
Patches over the pussy.
Patches over the pussy.
It's clip bastard, isn't it?
It's got to be clip bastard.
It doesn't
Because
matter
I'm
what that
telling you
list
right now, I'm not saying Sarah. All right,
Hello,
Sarah.
clip bastard. How's your cunt? That's it. It's got to be that. Back to the last episode. Hello, clip bastard. How's your cunt? Is it better?
Etta, I'm sorry, can you put mum on?
All right, clip bastard. Hello, darling. Where's mummy? Just shout Sarah.
Jack learns it and he's going, clip bastard. Clip bastard.
Someone has suggested we'll do that next week. It'll go down really well. For the Patreon special idea, the Cannonball Run that we're doing, where we all have a race around the country.
North to south.
Are we going north to south? This guy, Chris, says, all right, Lids, good endpoint for the trip could be Twat, very north Scotland. There's a place called Fingering Hoe in Essex that might be a good place to start. I mean, we could flip it around. Maybe bonus points for any rude, sweary street names on the way to the destination. So the Cannonball Run is in the works as an idea.
Absolutely it is, next year.
But I'm happy to either start or end in Twat. I think we should do the swearies.
Yeah, I think we start in Twat.
Yeah. Right. Betty says, hey, Lids, Patreon special idea. We run an activity centre in Cumbria. You could definitely run a head-to-head last man standing kind of thing. We've got all sorts here. Quad bikes, go-karts, air rifles, clay pigeon shooting, paintballing, archery, horse riding, human bowling, and an assault course. Rookinghouse.co.uk. Just an idea. Much love, Beth.
That sounds great.
Sounds wonderful.
Is that?
I think we should mix them together. Paintball horse riding with human bowling.
Yeah. Yeah. Quad
Paintball,
bikes.
horse ride. Paintball, quad bike.
Quad bike, paintball would be unbelievable.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Human bowling with archery at the same time. Quad bike, clay pigeon shooting.
I'd be good at that.
Beth, I'm not even joking. That's a day out. Will you think? Yeah. Right, Cumbria, Beth, get in touch proper. Send us an email. This is the first one where everyone's gone, yeah, we'll do that.
Sounds great.
Comedy question. David Butler says, all right, Lids, you've talked a lot about different comedians and performance, and I always like to hear your opinions, but what are your thoughts on ventriloquists? I think Nina Conti is brilliant and bang tidy. But if you see a young comedian at an open spot mic night with their hands up a puppet's arse, do you automatically think they are going to be shit? Much love. That's from David.
Adam,
What?
what's your opinion on ventriloquists?
I want to hear your opinion on ventriloquists.
I think they are.
You know what? I think a good ventriloquist does make me laugh. I don't respect it as an art form, but it is funny.
It's rare you see either of them. That's the thing, isn't it?
Like, I love impressions, me, though.
Who's your favourite?
What do you mean? Impressionist. Jay Perot is probably the best impressionist.
There's none on the circuit, is there?
No.
In the UK?
There's none on the circuit. I can't think of one person who just does impressions.
I like an impressionist who has bits with their impressions, because when it's just like, oh, Sally, I come, don't I? It's just a bit like, after the third one, you can do voices. There needs to be bits of it.
Nina Conti's bit where she has the people on stage and uses the jaw and straps it on them, and then she controls it and does ventriloquism.
That's funny.
And she's like, oh, I love you, kiss me. That's fucking great. I saw a comic sort of rip that off, actually, within their set, and you're like, it's a weird one, because you're like, I don't know if this is actual ripping it off, or if you can buy those things, then Nina Conti didn't invent those things. But at the same time, it was very cynical. Like, oh yeah, that works, that thing on telly. I'll just do that as well. Oh, God. For the audio listeners, Adam has very delicately put his toe on my hand.
Just tickle his
Mate,
feet.
you need to cut those fucking big toenails, mate. They're talons.
Then if you don't want his feet there, tickle it.
I don't want to get punched. I can't think of another. Who was is it Jeff Dunham, the American guy?
Yeah.
Does
Ahmed, the dead terrorist.
Does that age well? I don't think so.
I saw one when I was like 10 do that thing that Nina Conti did, and I remember seeing, I think he was called, was it Paul Zerdin? I remember seeing him, and at 10 I was like, this is the best thing I've ever seen. Because he had an old woman saying dirty stuff.
Yeah. What a lot of people don't know about me is that I'm a big fan of magicians.
I know that.
Haven't we got one coming up?
We've got Pete Fairman coming on the podcast soon.
I'm a big fan of Pete Furman.
No, I
hate magicians.
I love watching like Penn and Teller fool us.
Oh, yes.
It's good
Quality
easy watching
YouTube
TV.
watching that.
I used to watch The Masked Magician every week. Me and my dad.
That was scary, wasn't it?
He was
When you're a
terrible.
kid, you love magicians.
No, I love them now.
What?
I don't think he means in comedy. I think he just means
David
in general.
Blaine's heavy.
Yeah, like magicians who try and be funny as well. I mean, slaughter them at birth, as far as I'm concerned. But like good
that a
magicians, good magicians. I think it's the greatest entertainment money can buy.
Right. Well, the last time I heard you talk about something like this was Luke Combs, and then we ended up going to see Luke Combs. If I had to live through a week of a magic convention, oh my God, fuck, man.
Salem.
What have I accidentally just
Where's
said?
Salem? Salem, New Orleans.
Oh, a magic convention. There'll be a massive magic convention in the UK. I'm doing shrooms for that one.
No, but I want to be able to trick you without you on shrooms.
What?
I can do magic tricks.
Right.
You should
Looks
told
like
us
me
to
wanking.
have.
No, the first thing I ever did on stage was magic.
Yeah, in a school. Who told you this?
Me Year 5 talent show.
Please don't make me see.
He made all his social popularity disappear.
Pete Furman's great, but everyone else is just a high effort paedophile. Innit?
No.
But it's just a way of noncing kids. Oh, well, yeah, I do kids parties. Of course you do, you fucking weirdo.
You had a horse costume on yesterday, asking the children to lasso you.
Fact.
And they consented. Yeah, I'm not in a position like, come on, kids, I'll run around. Chase me.
Magicians are great, and they work really hard at their art. And when they fool Penn and Teller, it makes me happy.
Which one doesn't talk?
Teller doesn't talk.
The dickhead, isn't he?
He can talk, though, and I only found that out like a year ago.
You didn't think he could talk?
No.
So he was a mute.
Yeah. I thought that was the point. He can't
They
talk.
whisper to each other. What do you think he's doing?
I thought he was just like breathing on him and they'd like learn their own language.
Three breaths for yes.
I thought he could speak very low. Yeah.
They're retiring soon, so there's a market for a replacement Penn and Teller. I think
I don't think I'm quite at the ability yet.
there's time.
Yeah, there is.
What about hypnotists?
I'm scared of them.
David Blaine's scary, isn't he? Not
I'm
David
scared.
Blaine.
There's a
Darren
kid
Brown.
there's a kid that's going viral at the moment. He's a younger lad, and he seems to be fucking shit hot. Every time I want to slag them off as well, but every time I've seen one of those shows, it's been fucking class.
I've got
Just
Darren Brown
very
tickets and I'm
watchable.
worried. I'm going to see Darren Brown soon and I'm worried.
Where you seen Darren Brown?
I don't know, someone bought me tickets, a friend.
I've seen him before. It was a really great show. I struggled to concentrate on it because Liverpool were playing Man City in the quarterfinal of the Champions League at the same time. And I'd got tickets for an ex-girlfriend for Christmas. And when the draw came out, she was like, "You're coming to the show." And I was like, right, okay. So she drove us to the show. And on the way home, we had to drive through Anfield or past it, through Tubruk. So I wrapped my T-shirt around my eyes so that I couldn't see whether the fans were celebrating or sad.
Fucking ear
I drove the entire way home with my fingers in my ears and my T-shirt wrapped tight around my eyes so I couldn't see whether it was a good or bad result.
As you won?
We beat them 3-0.
The Ox screen.
Ox was goal.
Yeah.
I watched that at like midnight in the flat on my own.
That's such commitment.
When we got to the show, like there was like men around me who'd obviously done a very similar thing. And like they were like trying to watch it on the phones or like talk. And I went, mate, I'm not being funny. I'm avoiding the result. If you give me even the slightest hint, I'm going to be fuming. So I don't want to know anything. Don't talk to each other about it. If you want to talk about it, go into the fucking foyer and talk about it out there. Do not talk about it in the stands.
Mad. At least you won.
Yeah.
What a weird way to find out a loss.
The only other game I've ever done that with, where I've avoided the score and then watched it in post, was the 4-4 draw with Arsenal when Andrei Arshavin scored all 4 Arsenal goals.
Oh, I watched that with my mate Sean.
Good player, him.
He was good, wasn't he? Coming off that Euros.
Yeah.
Where he'd been unbelievable.
Short shelf life, though.
Yeah.
He just didn't work out, did he?
3
long-term?
years he was great and then just...
Yeah, but he's like Messi type speed and
Him and Rosicky.
balance.
Heavy.
Little bit of advice. Should we give some advice?
Let's close with some advice.
All right, let's.
to help. Here to help. I'll solve your problems. I'll tell you the best thing to do. If you want to do it, you'll be fine. And if you don't, you might do time. Agony, agony.
You.
You can't hear that because you've got your what? All right, the lids. Looking for some advice after Carl mentioning he's getting into Twitch streaming.
Oh, hello.
Beautiful. Back in the day, I booked off what?
What did you just say there?
Nothing. Just doing banter. Back in the day, I booked off 2 weeks from work to play Grand Theft Auto 5 when it was released.
Okay.
In these 2 weeks, I just sat in my bills, eating pizza and drinking Monster, playing the game, living my best life. Fast forward.
Sounds fucking stupid. That what a ridiculous way to spend a few weeks.
Fast forward to today, and I have a missus and young kids. Grand Theft Auto 6 release is just around the corner, and I'm wanting to do the same 2 week stint of gaming and pizza. How do I approach this with the missus and basically tell her she has to be a single parent for 2 weeks whilst I sit eating pizza and playing video games? Keep it up, lads. Love the pod. And that's from Dan.
What'd you say?
Cheat on her.
Right.
No, I was thinking more to go the other way, Carl, so you make her feel good, so that she lets you get away with it.
Oh, I thought
That ends the relationship altogether, doesn't it?
And then after the 2 weeks, you try and repair it. Oh.
Well,
You do. You go, oh, it was fake. It's a fake video. Love you. Back
So you make a fake video of you cheat.
And then she finds it lying around. Like, what's this? Cassette.
Right. So
Pops it
she's a
in.
moron.
And then you're like, oh, God, I'll go to the hotel for 2 weeks. Bam, bam, bam. Complete the game. Go, it was all fake. I'm back in the house.
It's very easy to manipulate women. Eat her pussy and clean the windows.
Eat a pussy.
Adam, if you clean the windows, yeah, you get 2 weeks off. See you later, fella.
But it is that
Laura's
simple.
always like that. She's like, I came here for two things: clean windows and then eat some pussy. And those windows are sparkling. Get it on me. I want to be absolutely roistened and about.
If he eats her pussy and cleans like 3 things in the house, he'll get what he wants.
2 weeks?
You think that's all she wants? Just one box munching and 3 things cleaned. And she'll be like, listen, get in your room, 2 weeks. I reckon that gives
He needs
you
to be out
2
the house.
hours.
He needs to be out the house because she'll go,
He's-
just put the bin out for us, just 1 minute.
Who can afford to pay for 2 weeks of a fucking hotel?
A man who can afford to take 2 weeks off work?
What's that? That's about 1,500 quid.
Boss
on
week,
fucking
boss
hotel.
fortnight though.
Might as well go on a fucking all-inclusive.
There you go.
Do that then.
Do that then.
Mate, you're fucked here, kid. There's no way this is happening. Unless your missus has an insanely fucking chilled out atmosphere to her, like, oh, don't worry, just munch me out, I'll be fine. Clean that
No,
window.
have you seen the episode of Friends where Eddie won't go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So at the end of that episode, Eddie turns up and they just gaslight him into thinking he never actually lived there. Right?
This is clever.
So send the wife and kids out for the day. And when she comes back, just like have the chain on the door and be like, you're right, love. When she's like, let me in, she's like, who are you? You don't live here. I live here.
Right.
Just do that for 2 weeks.
That'd be a weird phone call to the police, wouldn't it? Yeah, I need the police. Why? Because me boyfriend and the father of my children is pretending I don't exist and I've never existed.
Yeah.
So what do you want us to do?
On day 15, you go, oh, it's you. Sorry,
Oh,
I had
love.
glasses on. I couldn't see you. Come in.
The fucking...
The glare on the window.
Yeah. And I ignored the phone for 2 weeks for safety concerns.
Come in. How are the kids?
How embarrassing would that be when she gets her dad round? Right, open up now. I can hear Grand Theft Auto going. Kill her dad.
Yeah.
Kill her dad.
Blow his egg clean off.
yeah.
She's busy for 2 weeks.
Yeah. And the police come round because there's a dead body on the front drive.
No.
And you kill him in his own house.
There you go.
Oh, you go round to his house
No,
to kill
you
him?
pay for a hitman.
You pay for a hitman.
Yep.
The fucking price of this 2 weeks is going up, innit?
Yeah, but he wants to play it, so he's all right.
All right, cool.
Got to speculate to accumulate.
When it comes to getting your father-in-law murdered, you do have to, don't
But
you?
she's busy. Post-mortems, they take ages, you know. Autopsies,
Funeral plans.
funeral planning, the
And she'll
funeral.
be crying because they do, don't they?
Famously, with all those things, you don't want to sleep in your own bed. You go on that 2 week post-mortem tour, don't you?
Yeah.
Stay over. That's what you don't go to the autopsy.
No, but he can
That's
get out the
live.
house, can't he? And be like, do you know what, babe? I can see you're busy. I'm going to get out your way. The windows are clean. I'm going to Barry's.
Barry's.
But Barry is a hotel.
Barry's.
Barry's hotel.
Do you not think he just needs to grow up and not play computer
I think he
games
sounds
for
like he
2
wants to have a good
weeks?
2 weeks.
It's a fucking...
You're talking to the wrong people here, like, yeah. We're 31 and we're in Nashville drinking beer in the morning time.
Yeah, that's great. That's a great way of spending 2 weeks. On your own.
How did you get away with this?
What?
How did you get away with this week?
This pays for Laura's, you know.
Tell her you're going to become the world Grand Auto champion.
Yeah.
Well,
Tell
Tell
her you're going to be the
her you're going to become
Laura,
the world.
listen. I'm going to be the Grand Auto. Do you get what I mean? Do you know what I mean? I'm going to be the Grand Auto. Get me. And your dad's dead. Oh shit.
Oh dear, Dan.
I did that before I realised.
Yeah, I saw it and thought you were going to glouse over it.
God. Clip bastard's not going to be happy with that one.
Just piss it off for 2 weeks. It's better to... Forgiveness is easier than permission. Sorry I did that. I didn't really shag it. Yo, look, it's fake. Can I come back?
Genuinely, all bounce aside, 2 weeks of playing computer games on your own.
Unbelievable.
No, you wouldn't want to.
Yes, you would.
want to go and do stuff.
No.
I would want to go and do stuff, but I respect this man's decision to live his own life.
By the way, I've had champ man games that have got out of hand.
Yeah.
Where you're like, you've got arrangements and you're like, oh, I want to go. Like you're almost looking forward to going home because you're in the 18th season and you're like, you've got Sunderland in the Champions League or something fucking ridiculous.
So you understand?
I do, but it's just insane.
This is just another example of women ruining men's fun. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, that ends this week's Patreon exclusive episode. We really appreciate your patience with this episode and the last one. Obviously, we haven't got our usual aesthetic. We've had to make do with what we have. We hope you appreciate the fact that we still managed to get the 2 episodes out. As every other podcast on the planet would be like, oh, we can't do it this week, we're in Nashville. You still get your content with us. And if you're even 10% miffed, like, oh, that hasn't quite had the same vibe as the usual studio episodes, when you get 2, 3, or 4 episodes of this Nashville special that is going to be exclusive to Patreon, you will be so glad that we did this. This is the best stuff we've ever made, visually, content-wise, the stuff you've got coming. Thank you for your patience. And in June, you're going to really love this Nashville special. We're very proud of it. And I'm going to see Luke Combs tonight, so you can all suck me fucking gooch.
Absolutely. Fucking roysting everywhere. Love you, lids. Appreciate you. See you back in Blighty.